Hello, everybody. Welcome to the question time debate for the position of VP Wellbeing and Community. In terms of structure, we will ask each candidate to deliver a 30-second introduction. Then we'll go through some general questions for allowing them to give a punchline conclusion, telling you to vote for them. Let's start with Emily. Please provide a 30-second introduction.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Mei Wu, and you can call me Emily. And I'm running for the Vice President of Wellbeing and Community in GSA. I'm an outgoing and helpful person, and I used to be the active member and a secretary of the Student Council. So I got the wealth of experience of the students' work. So if you elect me, I will give more help. I will do more help things to the people, and my key actions is to set up the multilingual network and then give the common information webpage for the postgraduate students.
Thank you very much, Emily. Bella, please provide an introduction.
Hello, everyone. My name is Xin Jiaolin. Please feel free to call me Bella, and I am from Education Department, and I'm glad to be your next Vice President of Wellbeing and Community. And when I was at undergraduate, I'm the President of Student Union, and I'm also the Vice President of Event and Activity in Halifax. So I have a lot of experience about that. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Bella. Tara, please provide an introduction to students.
Hi, I'm Tara, and obviously I'm running for VP Community and Wellbeing. I've been at this uni for 5 years now, and I have successfully run many committees in my time here. I'm currently the outgoing president for the Archery Committee, and I work in student wellbeing here in Alphen College.
Great, fantastic. Thank you all so much. And Angelina?
Hi, everyone. I'm Angelina. How to say, I'm really outgoing, sporty, and I love dogs. Just so you know, I've been a professional golf player for many years, and I love the feeling of getting close to nature. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you all. Tara, would you like to kick us off with our first question? How would you improve integration and combat discrimination on campus?
That's a big question, but obviously, unfortunately, discrimination is something that quite a few students do face. It's come to my attention several times in various different roles, and generally, I think one of the key ways of breaching that is to get more education out there. So as a community at York, we're incredibly diverse, and that should be celebrated so much more often than it is. So one of the things I'd really love to see is all of those kind of different cultures coming together in a celebration. And I would love to get that across in more kind of frequent events where I would look at those targeted different communities in the university and see what events they would be comfortable putting on, because getting those students involved will help breach stigma down the line.
Thank you very much. Emily, how would you improve integration and combat discrimination on campus?
Sorry, well, for this question, I should say we should find the reasons. I think the most important reason for the discrimination is that people don't know each other and don't know the different cultures in other countries and in other background. So I should say I try to promote the setting up of the multilingual network, because people can join together in a group and got helpful things in that group. And second thing is, just like Tara said, we could get more promotion activities in the campus, because we are the higher education area, and in this area, people will get more informations of anti-discrimination and do the positive things to solve this problem. That's the two actions from me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bella, how would you improve integration and combat discrimination on campus?
Well, I think because our students didn't engage enough because maybe they didn't see this information. Because many students, they don't like check email, and they like play popular social media such as TikToks and Instagram, Facebook, and WeChat. I like to put our activities in those social media, so people can know that information, and I will engage them to enthusiastic to join us.
Fantastic. And finally, Angelina, how would you improve integration and combat discrimination on campus?
I'd love to say, like, on campus, like, listen to students, like accept their objections, and create more activities. For example, like for play tennis, play golf. We can provide some like skills guide. I can do the golf coach. So something like that. If people they're really interested in, then must be really activate. Thank you.
Great. Moving on to a second question. It's to do with kind of mental health. Among postgraduates, a lot of them report feelings of loneliness and wanting to become more integrated. How would you go about improving mental health among postgrads? Let's start with Bella.
Okay. The loneliness is really a big problem for our students, especially for international students, because we are far away from home and we have only a few friends. So I like the best way to solve this loneliness problem is to go out to when our friends talk about our situation. We have the same suffering situation, and we can make a mental health group and talk with each other. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Angelina, how would you combat loneliness and improve mental health?
Well, for me, because I think I have the same feeling like homesickness and some mental issue. I really need like a space to talk about mental health problem. So if I elected, I'll create a safe space. For example, use our office for students to talk about their mental health, or to tell them how to book the appointment with open door apartment. So that would be really helpful. Also, like for international students, they don't have many friends in the UK. So if like we can give some support, like if we know that all the students' birthday, we can send them an email for them to like happy birthday to them. So that maybe feel like can make people feel really warm. So they may feel like on campus they're feeling at just as their home. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tara, let's come to you next. How would you combat loneliness and maybe improve mental health for postgraduate students?
Yeah, I've worked in mental health now for a couple of years, and I realise how kind of important it is to foster decent mental health within yourself. But one of the things I've noticed with working with postgrads is it's almost harder for the postgrads to admit that they're feeling that level of loneliness. We're that little bit older generally than undergraduate students, and people feel like that comes with a little bit more stigma. And one of the key ways to do that is to break down that barrier. So creating a nice safe space in a neutral zone that isn't kind of like someone's kitchen or their room. So I host regular drop-ins here in Alquin where people can come to my space. It's calm, it's neutral, and you can talk about whatever you want. It's not going to go out of the boundaries of that room. And generally people feel feeling a bit better. but also knowing when it's time to signpost to somewhere else, because it is important to look after our mental health as much as it is to our physical health. So making sure that students are aware of things like Open Door, but also where your nearest GP is, or things like 30 Clarence Street at the Haven, which is a brilliant little service where you can walk into, or you can ring them up, and they're non-judgmental as well. But it's another it's a way you can discuss that without it being in the university almost, which for some people is easier.
Fantastic.
Can I add something?
Angelina, yes?
Yeah, I have an idea. It's like hold a food festival for students. They can share the food of their hometown. So
Okay.
it's like to create an opportunity for communication and ease their homesickness.
Okay, thank you for that. But I would remind candidates that we do give a certain period of time for everybody to speak. So please try to get your points in during your allocated time, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Emily?
Hi, yeah, about this question, I got two ideas. The first thing is that I think the mental health, just like your body, you need to do more exercise to improve the mental healthy. And the first action we should do that to do more activities, and just like we need group people together and get the accompanying with each other, then postgraduate will get some support from each other. And we are the same. We got the kind of feeling of that we are the same. And we got the friends in that group. We are not lonely at that moment when we spend time with people like us. And that's the first action. And I know that the uni just to organize and will build a common place for the postgraduates is a new building or a new area of the campus. So we can organize the different activities in campus, and that's perhaps the activities could improve people's postgraduates' mental health. And the second thing is that when coming to UK, especially in the cloudy, raining and cold winter, I feel very lonely, and because I'm very busy of my SC and I miss my families, because UK is a totally new and strange culture environment for me. So at that time, I hope I can get a tutor who speak the same language, just like me, just perhaps the Mandarin for me. So at that time, I hope I can get a tutor who told me that everything would be fine and will listen to me and give me some experience of learning or studying, something like that, or just to have a dinner or give a drink at that time with Mandarin. So I think that the two actions that we should
Emily?
provide the tutor, the multilingual tutor for the international postgraduate. That's it.
Thank you very much. Number three, question number three, like what sort of events have you been thinking of organizing for postgraduates? Let's start with Angelina.
Like I organized a golf team, food festival, you mean what kind of activity, right?
No, anything, no.
And like organize a small trip, like go to visit at a university or some interesting space, some small town or some space like international student. They really want to visit because we study abroad a lot of place. Like we don't have car, or if we go by bus or by trains, like it's too slow. Then if we can provide a car or something like that, take them to there, that would be easier.
Thank you very much, Angelina. Let's see. Tara, what type of events would you organize for postgraduate students?
Yeah, especially in the first week, I would really focus on kind of things like city tours around York, especially kind of for our international students who aren't necessarily going to know their way around. I think when you first come in, it can be really, really daunting to be thrown into a brand new city and you don't know where anything is. So things like a tour of York, but also maybe more locally, so where your nearest supermarkets are, things like that. And in the long term, moving on to things like regular quizzes, again, kind of tackling the multiculturalness of the community. So you could spend different weeks working with different people to make sure that those quizzes could really, really push those boundaries of how much do you know about the different cultures at your own university. And then some more chilled out things like just a kind of casual wine and cheese that you can pop along to, associate with people that are, you know, your age, in similar situations. Either they could be really lonely, they could be having a fantastic time. It'd be a really nice way to kind of de-stress at the end of a week, surrounded by people who are also trying to do a postgraduate degree.
Thank you very much. Let's see, Bella.
Hi.
What sort of events would you organise for
Wow.
postgraduate students?
Sorry, I love to organize a lot of activities actually, because I'm a very naughty and love adventurous girl. And first I want to organize hiking because it is very UK is really beautiful, and I want to take or postgraduate to hiking every week. And the second one is to our coach trip, because I attend every coach trip in our GSA, but I think it is a little bit short. Every time I was rushing here and rushing there, and so I want to organize the long trip so everyone can enjoy the scenery, can explore the scenery themselves, not needed to always check the time. So yeah, also I like to organize the running in the morning, yeah, because it's really healthy. People can get up early because postgraduates on the time is really short, only 1 year. So I hope everyone can make every day count. Yeah, that's my plan.
Thank you very much. And,
thank you.
Emily?
Yeah, well, I'm excited of this question and I'm prepared for a long time. Yeah, the first thing I want to extend the welcome week and do some bus crawl or something, because I really love to drink with different people. But because of the pandemic, I have no time to attend the welcome week, so I miss a lot of opportunities to get know the postgraduate students. So the first thing, I will extend the welcome week. And second, that I'm living outside of the campus, so I have less time and less opportunities because of the busy essay and the busy class to do some activities with people, with postgraduates in campus. So I will organize the private accommodations to group together and do some activities, whatever they want. We can listen from the students, and we can organize the different activities, such like play the card or just the drinking, eating, or hiking, different things. And second thing is for the long term, I would organize the Eat at York, but it's in different culture. Or the first week we can organize the Italian food, because we got very delicious food and fancy restaurant in New York. So I would like organize the postgraduate to try different restaurants in New York.
Sure. And our final question, what has motivated you to run for this position in the first place? Like, for example, do you have any personal experiences, or have you been involved in any wellbeing and community initiatives? Let's start with, if you need some time to think about it, let me know. But let's start with you, Bella.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that question?
Oh, sorry. What has motivated you to run to be VP Wellbeing and Community?
You mean my motivation?
Yes.
Oh, because Sorry, can I think about that?
Yeah, sure. We could go to someone else.
Yeah, thank you.
Tara, would you be able to answer first?
Yeah, I think for me, it's kind of a natural step in my time at this university. As I said at the beginning, I've been here for 5 years. I've been passionate about student mental health and wellbeing for most of those 5 years. I've worked as president of the Archery Club to create, a fantastic safe space there. That club is now bigger and more inclusive than it's ever been. I work as course rep to do the same thing, to make sure that the students that are on my course feel that they're represented and heard. And I work in student wellbeing currently because that's just something that I love and I'm really passionate about. So running for community and wellbeing just felt like a natural next step. It would be a fantastic opportunity to take all those kind of things that I've done in the past 5 years in a more part-time or volunteer-esque position and do something really worthwhile to make sure that the postgraduate community at York is getting the best possible experience it can.
Fantastic. Let's go to Emily. What has motivated you to run for this position?
Well, I'm running for this for vice president because I'm really a helpful person. I try to in this year I got many difficulties and I got a lot of help. Get a lot of help from the staff in the university and from the supervisor, especially from my postgraduate students. And I want to give my help to the newcomer postgraduate, and I already conquer this kind of difficulties, but I know it's very hard to deal with these things. So I can try my best to help them to feel more easier and feel more helpful. And the second thing is that I thought when I help people, I got a sense of achievement, and that's my motivation and that's my passion. When I think that after my help, and people will be happier or get something new, I think, wow, that's inspired me because I create a new things. I got a science that I know I useful and very helpful for the people. And another thing is that I really love York. I really love study in York, and I can do my best to improve the kind of a sense of belongings of postgraduate students. And we already have many sources in our webpage, in our area. Yeah, so I try to collect them and give the students to let them know. Yeah.
Of course. Angelina, what has motivated you to run for this position? Have you been involved in any wellbeing initiatives, for example?
The first reason for that is it's the library opening times. I'd like to gain for. I mean, I'd like to have longer opening times of the library because for different major, the time for their examination is different. So if the library opening time can, like, according to the students, their examination time, that would be great for their 24-hour examination. Yeah, we can provide a really quiet environment. And the second one, it's the thing I'm going through. Like, I really like hang out with friends. I really like to do some exercise, but if just myself, I don't like going outside. I just like stay in my room. I think many people they have same problem like me. So I want to encourage them to join some clubs, to take part in these activities, to find a balance between study and other activities. And the third thing is I got some mental issues during my master program. Then I'm looking for help from Jia, the vice president Wellbeing and Community. She helped me a lot. So I want to be the person like her to help more people. I hope people can feel like happier, learn faster, and have more energy on campus.
Okay, we need to move on to the final person, who is Bella. Have you had some time? Hello, Bella. Have you had some time to think about your motivations for running for this position?
Okay. First, because I'm a very positive person, and when I being here, I joined the welcome week. I join every I join every activity, and first I'm really nervous, but then I push myself to go out of my comfy zone, and I find that's really fantastic. So when I have mental health, I will just talk about someone and go out to play. Mental health is loneliness, and mental health is just like it's normal. It's not some big deal, or we need to fight with them, not let them control us. So, and I also have many experience about this, and I hope can help as much as I can. Yeah.
Thank you very much, all of you. That's the roundup of our questions. If you could all provide a 30-second summary for why students should vote for you. Let's start with Angelina. 30 seconds.
Okay, if I elected, I'd love to secure longer and more convenient opening times for campus surveys, encourage students to participate in clubs and find a balance between study and other activities, hold a food festival for students to share the food of their hometown, create opportunities for communication and easy their homesickness, create a mental health network that provides a safe space for students to talk about
10 seconds.
On campus, I'd love to listen to your voice and accept your suggestions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Emily, please provide a 30-second summary of why students should vote for you.
Yes, and more helpful and less difficulties, more votes for Emily. And Emily will do her best to help people to connect with each other and defeat the loneliness and get the sense of belongings. We can do more activities, and the students can share their rights, can get their rights on the campus, especially during their postgraduate time. And this community is ours, and we should get the activities. We should get the sense of belongings. We should get the accessibilities and vote for Emily. Thank you.
Thank you. Tara, please provide a 30-second summary for why students should vote for you.
Yeah, I am completely committed to supporting the diversity and inclusion at the university, and especially within our postgraduate communities. Voting for me is a vote towards someone who will tackle the unique challenges faced specifically by postgraduates and ensuring a thriving future postgraduate community.
Thank you very much. And Bella,
yeah.
Please provide a 30-second summary of why students should vote for you.
I'm always being here as long if you need me. And first, I will help you to get a part-time job in school and off campus. And second, I will organize many exciting activities, and let's we say goodbye to loneliness and stress, especially when we're in the exam week. Yeah, and third, and let's we explore longer and more exciting trips. And the last one, I'd like to provide more free sports activities such as swimming, hiking, running, basketball, and football. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much to all our candidates for joining us during question time this evening. Please vote by Thursday, the 26th of May. Thank you very much, and goodbye.